Hey guys, it's Danny, and this week I'm back with another clean and delicious recipe for Super Bowl Sunday. Now, a lot of you guys were looking for fun finger foods and dip recipes, so I wanted to share my cleaned up version of this game day classic. For this quick bite, I'm making my fresh, cheesy collard green and artichoke dip. Now, the first thing you want to do is prepare your greens. I had 2 bunches of collard greens. I gave them a good rinse under some cold water. Then I stemmed them and chopped them up into nice fine pieces. I've got a medium nonstick pot heating up over a medium heat here. And to that I'm adding 1 teaspoon of olive oil, along with 2 cloves of minced garlic and 2 minced up shallots. Basically that's just a mild version of an onion. Give it a pinch of salt, and we're just gonna let these go for about 2 minutes or until they're fragrant and just starting to become translucent. Now, once your onions and garlic are right where you want them, you're ready to add your greens. Now, I've got 10 ounces of collard greens after it was washed and chopped up. Get that into your pot, and then a good splash of cold water, and then you're just gonna pop on the lid. We're gonna let this go about 5 minutes or so. We're just waiting for the greens to wilt down. Once you see that your greens have wilted down, you can take off the lid, and then you just wanna let it continue to cook for another 5 minutes or so. What you're looking for here is for all of that excess water to evaporate out of the pan, because if the greens are watery, your dip is going to be watery, and that is not going to work. Now, if you really wanted to, you could skip prepping all of these greens and just buy a 10-ounce bag of frozen collard greens or spinach, and just be sure that you drain the water out of them really well so they're nice and dry, and then you could use that as the greens for the dip. But I have to tell you, making the greens fresh definitely brings this dish to the next level. These look great, so I'm gonna shut off the heat and just let them cool to room temperature while I get started on my artichokes. Now, we need 1 14-ounce can of artichoke hearts in water, and we need them cut up really, really fine. So I like to do this in the food processor, but you could certainly do it by hand if you don't have a food processor. Get them all in there, pop on your lid, and then just pulse them around a few times until you've got them chopped up nice and fine. Now that's right there is exactly what we're looking for. So now we're ready to make our dip, and we're gonna start with 3/4 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and we're using this in place of sour cream. So not only does it lighten the dish up, but it also adds a good dose of protein. Then I've got 1/4 cup of light mayo, not fat-free mayo because I'm not really sure what that stuff is made of, but the light we can deal with. 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, gives it a nice little edge. Then I'm gonna add the chopped up artichokes, the collard greens, and a couple dashes of hot sauce just to give it a little kick. Then we just want to bring this all together and just keep on mixing till you've got everything incorporated. The great thing about this dish is that nobody is going to know it's a lighter, healthier version of a classic. There's no butter, no full-fat sour cream or mayo, no heavy cream, and honestly, you cannot tell the difference. Once you've got everything mixed really well, we're going to transfer this to an oven-safe baking dish. And then the last step is to take 1 cup of part skim shredded mozzarella cheese and just sprinkle that over the top. And then what I like to do is I take my fork and I just kind of dip it in to the dip a little bit so that we still get that cheesy top, but it's also worked into the dip. So you've got cheese all throughout. Once you've got it where you want it, you've got 2 choices. You can do everything up to here and then store it in the fridge for up to a day or 2 until you're ready to bake it. Or you can just take it, pop it right into a 375-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes or until the cheese is nice and melty and even browned around the edges. This dip is great hot out of the oven or even served at room temperature. And when you're ready to serve it, you just want to put it along with some of your favorite dippers. So you could do a corn chip or a plate of your favorite veggies. Let me test it. It's rich, it's creamy, the collard greens really hold up in there, and you know what? This is perfect for Super Bowl Sunday. For more simple and nutritious recipes, tips, and ideas, be sure you come on over and check out cleananddelicious.com, where you can print all the recipes, save your favorites right to your very own personal recipe box, and subscribe to my newsletter. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I'll see you next time with another Quick Bite.
Watch me stab myself.